Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday. It is going to warm up. The weatherman promised, so I'm believing him. And I'm excited about that because I am not a fan of the cold. I'm over it. Like, I'm over winter. I know I live in Iowa and that's a thing that you have to go through, but I'm officially, like, really legit over it. Like, I'm done. It's time for spring. So today we have a couple special guests on the show today, so it will be fun. You guys will want to stay tuned. Tenneil is here from R7 to show us what on earth to do with those flowers that we got from Valentine's Day that are starting to kind of look a little sad, but you're like not ready to throw them away yet. So she's going to show us what to do with those, and I'm really excited about that. Also, I want to tell you that today, actually, so our friends at Lutheran Living sponsor every day this day in history. And today, on February 18th, 1957, Vanna White was born. I know. I have to say, like, you have to admit that at some point in your life, you're like, come on, like, I need that job. I need to just dress in pretty outfits and go out and smile and just flip letters and stuff. And okay, so Chris says that he's never actually wanted to do that job. But I must say that I have. I mean, look at her pretty dresses. So happy birthday to Vanna today. So also, I hope that you guys will check out your Discover Muscatine. If it didn't land yesterday, it should have. So we were a little bit late because of President's Day, but it should be already in your mailboxes. So you're going to want to go pull that out because there's not only a lot of really great deals in there, lots of great inserts with Hy-Vee deals and so many others, but also Mission Possible is in there again this week. And our friends, oh, they're so cute. Bethany and Cole, look at them. They're so adorable. You guys need to go to the Humane Society and adopt these cute little critters. There's nothing better than snuggling on a cold day with a little tiny, oh, look at them, little tiny kitties. They're so cute. And so thank you to Kent for sponsoring that. There's also a list of items that the Humane Society is actually in need of, donations that you can make if you want to help out. So this morning also, it's National Wine Day. And I mean, that is a day that I can really get behind. I'm not like one of those fancy schmancy people that need expensive wine. I think my wine that I drink is like, my favorite one is like maybe like $11 or $12 or something silly like that. It's actually this one right here. I didn't know that Chris P knew what wine. I'm a little worried. He probably came in my house last night. He's like, I gotta get prepared for the show, find out what wine Ashley's gonna want. But this is my favorite, and it's not very expensive, but this is how I'm gonna celebrate the day, is by having some Moscato d'Asti. And our friends from over in the cheese department also brought us some yummy ones that might be good with my Moscato. He told me the name of these guys, and I'm gonna totally like ruin whatever he said. So Sartori cheese, I said it, I feel like that was right. So, and Henning cheeses, he said would be great to pair with my Moscato. So they also over there, they have, if you guys don't visit there, first of all, they give your kid a slice of cheese for free to mow on while you're walking through the store. It's Hanley's like favorite thing ever. And it keeps them quiet and happy for a little while you're doing your grocery shopping. But they have a ton of fun things. You can look like you really have your stuff together, like when you have guests over. Like, oh yeah, I totally did that. Just unpackage them, put them on a tray, and it looks like you like really have your act together and know what you're doing. So look at this. Yay! Look, here's our Moscato to celebrate. I don't know, can you have a sip? Are you allowed that? You can have a sip. I mean, come on. So we get to celebrate on the show. with our Moscato for National Wine Day. Come out to Wine and Spirits and grab some for yourself to celebrate after work today. I promise you, this is a good day. We all need to celebrate. So we're gonna go to our first guest. Tenneil came out and showed us some things that you guys are gonna want to know about what to do with those Valentine's flowers. And when we come back, Nichole is gonna talk a little bit about United Way. Tenneil from R7 Reclaimed in Grandview. Hi. So we all, so many of us, I shouldn't say we all, so many of us got these beautiful flowers for Valentine's Day. And today or tomorrow, they're going to start looking a little bit sad. Yes. And you never want to get rid of them because you're like, oh man, they spent so much money and they were so beautiful. You don't want to get rid of them.
Right. Or maybe you're going to buy yourself flowers today because they never came.
Right. Right. That is a thing that sometimes we have to do.
Yes. But yeah, let's say they're starting to look like a little limbed and you're kind of feeling like maybe you should throw them away, but you don't want to. Maybe just some of the flowers in it are dying, but not all of them. So I want to show you a trick of how to bring new life back to your weathered looking bouquet.
Yay.
So choose a smaller container, right? Let's say you got this big, beautiful bouquet of flowers, maybe from Hy-Vee. And you're wanting to do something. So find a smaller container. If you want to, you can use flower foam. Touch that, Ashley. Amazing. Everybody loves the way that feels.
It does.
All right. And then that's going to help hold up the stems. So we're going to cut it down smaller. Usually it's good to take your container and do this. Yeah, good. Well, I think you've taken a class online with R7.
Yes, I have.
It's true. And then I always say hold it like a pencil if you're just getting started, and that will help you put it at an angle. And then one of the things that's going to last the longest from your bouquet is the greenery.
Yes.
And so using masses of greenery again, sometimes you can even use it when it's dried, is going to prolong the life of your bouquet. Another idea, if your greenery is still good, is to just stop by and pick up a market bouquet for yourself, and then just freshen up.
$5. You get like a cute little bouquet of different things.
Yes. And here in a minute, I'm going to show you how you could take that $5 bouquet and make something really wow for yourself. So as you begin, you can just start turning your container and making it. You can even take something like this that's just a single bud vase. And put one little bloom in there, your little rose that hasn't given up yet. And put that next to your bathroom sink or by your nightstand where you'll still get all the fragrance from it. So besides using your greenery like this, I mentioned that you could let it dry. So the thing is to keep clean water in the vase even after you feel like it's drying out. And then eucalyptus especially makes for an awesome dried
I was just going to say, it always is so pretty, even after it dries up.
Yes, and it smells so good. Right?
Yep. I'll do my part by holding.
Okay, that's good. And so like here I could feel this little stem growing weak, so I'm just going to cut it down a little bit further.
Stick it in
stick it in there. And you kind of want like something tall, something spilling out, and then something around. And so I just encourage you to like look around the house and maybe do multiple displays. So I'm going to stop in the middle of this project. I'll finish it to completion so you can have it later, okay? And we're going to bring in this bad boy. I know you love this guy.
Oh, I want this guy. I saw it at the barn.
Okay, so centerpieces like this is our best sellers.
Yes.
A lot of people will put silk flowers in them, but it's also an awesome time to use up that greenery, right? And what I say when you have a centerpiece like this is leave one or two empty because it gives that like cottage feel that I'm just going to go out back and pick some flowers and fill them in. And so
most of the time, if you're not Tenneil and you don't know these things, you want to we just want to fill every little hole, but it looks so much better when we don't always fill every single hole.
There should be space, right? So like that's what gives dimension is having a little bit of space around it. And so honestly, I would fill in a couple more blooms and I would leave it just like this because then the imagination says, oh, there's room for me in there. Where if I fill everything, it's formal and it's finished and it's posed. And then when my rose dies, I can take it out and I can just keep working with that. Again, pick yourself up an inexpensive bouquet, and rather than trying to make yourself a big formal arrangement, put one of these on the island. Make yourself a tiny one for your nightstand. Put a little bud by your bathroom, and suddenly the whole house is filled with fresh flowers.
Yes. And yeah, this stuff can last forever. It really does. Even after it dries up, there's an opportunity to still leave it, and it's going to look really nice. So
you can treat yourself to a new container, right? So when you're shopping, look for things that you can multi-purpose in different rooms to fill.
Yes. And like she said, this looks amazing, this piece right from the barn. I wanted it so bad last night. I told myself when I went out there, I'm like, I'm not going to buy anything today. I'm here to work.
Should we let Ashley keep the bottle? You guys can tell us if we should let her keep it.
I'm like, come on. So I'm going to have to come buy it. But you can find pieces like this at our site.
Yes.
And then you can use them in different ways. Yes, for sure. That was super easy. And it's so much better than throwing it in the trash and thinking about all that money that you only got to enjoy for a few days.
Yes.
And I love how even these roses that are starting to kind of discolor, they look really cool and like vintage.
Yes, exactly. And this one, it actually is kind of a vintage color. It's called a toffee rose.
Ooh.
Really popular for weddings. The other thing is pull out your outer stems. If you look, there's tons of life left in that rose. He just might need a little more warmth than he's been given. So
he just needs a little love. He just needs a few petals taken
just
off.
like you, if you didn't get flowers, go buy yourself some. Love
Do
yourself.
it. I don't know if the sale is still going on, but at Hy-Vee, they put their roses 50% off.
See, I was wondering about that. I need to ask you.
Yeah.
Because that's a perfect chance to experiment with this luxury of having flowers spread all over the house. And you can come down to the barn this weekend. Open Saturdays from 10 to 1 and Sundays noon to 3. We're just down the road in Grandview. Beautiful barn, fun shopping experience, and you can get yourself some cool containers.
Yes, and just grab a warm coffee or grab a hot chocolate and you just walk through the barn. And it's warm in there. I was there last night and it was very cold yesterday. And I was fine. Once I was inside the barn, it was warm. She had the heaters running and we were fine.
This weekend it'll be 20, so it's time to get out our swim trunks to do that.
That's what I said this morning. I'm like, come on, guys. It's like going to be 30 and we're going to be like, woo, time for the beach.
Yes. And you don't just find flowers in containers at the barn. Like, you will be shocked at the variety of goodness that we carry.
There's so many things. You can walk away with a purse or a vase or a old milk jug. You never know.
Mixing the old and new together.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I am so glad you came to show us how to do this because I know you guys are thinking about tossing away those bouquets, but don't do it. You've got to have either something in the house or make a trip out to the barn.
And you know what? If you don't want to keep it for yourself, grab a container like this and drop it off to a neighbor, a friend, to the nursing home. Today is World Kindness Day.
Random act of kindness day.
Yes.
Yep.
So you can make, like, with your one bouquet, you can make 4 people smile by passing it on. I love that.
Yes, that's what we should do. I am smiling just seeing the ideas that I can do with my own bouquet at home because it's starting to look sad.
Yes.
And if you didn't get your woman
Get them for half price now.
Yes. And you're like, oh, well, I didn't want to like be cliche and buy them on
I love you every day.
Every day.
And over the
yes. You still have time to make it up. It might have to be twice as big as what.
I definitely think each day you're late, the bouquet doubles in size.
Doubles in size at least. Well, thanks so much for coming on and teaching us a little something new. You guys do classes sometimes.
We do.
Those are super fun.
We love to do workshops like this where you can either get together online or hopefully in person again soon and do this with your friends and family. Before you know it, we'll have fresh planters of blooming.
The days.
Yes.
Dreaming of those days. Spring's just around the corner, folks. So it's going to be fun.
30-ish days.
We're going to make it. We're going to make it. But go visit the barn this weekend. If you've never been there, you're going to definitely want to go. If you've already been there, it's completely redone.
Yes.
There's all new items everywhere. You need to go and check it out.
It looks different than it ever has.
Yes. It does, for sure. So thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let us know what you guys do with your flowers after today. What random things that you find around the house that you can stick your flowers in. Post pictures even. I would love to see it. I would love to see what you guys come up with for your poor little flowers that are starting to die. Bring them back to life. Thank you so much. All right. That was fun, right? Ideas for what to do with those flowers as they kind of begin to wilt, but you always have some that are still like really holding on and doing well. So you might as well keep them as long as you can, right? Live flowers and plants and stuff bring, I don't know, it just is so, it makes you so happy to have them around the house. So, and she came up with like 3 different ways to use one bouquet, you know, so whatever you got around the house, you should be able to make something with the leftover flowers and greenery that you have in your bouquet from Valentine's Day. So did you have a good Valentine's Day, Nichole?
I did.
Yeah?
How about you?
Boyfriend did good?
Yep.
Good. See, I didn't want to have to shame him on live. I'll shame you live if I have to, but
I said no flowers. I didn't want them to freeze.
yeah. I mean, you like could hardly go outside with these things. You had to like keep them all blanketed and warm. So I can only imagine what all the like floral delivery places trying to keep them warm and get them all delivered on Valentine's Day. It was cold. So I had a good Valentine's Day too. My husband did good. Probably out of the 10 years we've been married, this might be my favorite Valentine's Day gifts that I got.
One for the record.
Yeah. So now he just has to do better and better, and that's probably, he set the bar high, and so next year, that's not how it goes. So you're here to talk a little bit about United Way and what new things you guys have going on. What's happening at United Way right now?
Well, right now we're just wrapping up our campaign. So if you are still wanting to donate or participate in our campaign, feel free to get a hold of us, and we'd be more than happy to get you included. And then we're working on a few other projects. So right now it's tax season.
Yes.
We all dread that season, but some people like it.
Some people like it, yeah. I mean, if you're getting a tax return, maybe.
Yeah. So United Way has a free tax program called My Free Taxes.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is where you can go on and do your own taxes. And normally we have a gathering with the library where we're using the laptops, and we kind of help you with the technical support of it.
Sure.
But this year we're not able to do that because of COVID.
Yep.
So what we're doing is you can just give us a call at the office and we can help you with that.
Oh,
But it's a
awesome.
really simple website. It's myfreetaxes.com. Walks you through. It tells you exactly what number on your forms that you need to put in.
Yep.
And you need to make sure that you're using all the tax forms that you got in the mail. So
Yep.
all your W-2s, all your 1099s and so forth. And putting that into the system and filing it. You do have to have an email, but otherwise it's electronic file. There is some things that you might have to pay for, like if you make too much money or what have you, but it's still inexpensive, and it's an easy way to do your taxes.
Yeah, that's nice, especially for people who have like a really simple, you know, like don't have a lot of different random things they have to do for their taxes and, you know, properties and stuff. I mean, that would be super simple.
So seniors that maybe have a part-time job, but they make over $20,000, so they need to file taxes. That's simple for them and expensive for them. And then teens or anybody that just has one W-2.
It's like you hate paying like hundreds of dollars for them to do their taxes when they hardly make over that limit. So I know my sister was just talking about that with my nephew. Like, you know, he hardly makes over it, and then all of a sudden it's like, crap, you know, you have to pay $200 to go somewhere sometimes to do it. So that's awesome. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so this might be like our 5th year working with this program. So we're excited about it. We're excited to offer it to the community. So if anyone has questions as they're doing it, you can give us a call and we'll work with you on that. But it is really simple. So
you can probably walk
and
through
it's
it
safe.
yourself. Yep.
So, I mean, it's being used across America with all the United Ways. So it's safe.
That's awesome. That's an awesome service that you guys provide. So if you guys still want to give to United Way, you can still do that. And what's the best way, if they still want to give, maybe they didn't get the letter or something like that, what are the best ways for them to make a donation?
So you can go to our website and do it through our portal there, or you can just mail in a check to United Way.
Okay, cool. And United Way has so many programs, so I encourage you, if you don't know a lot about United Way, get on and check out their website and all the services and programs that they do within our community, and I'm sure that'll kind of push you over the edge of wanting to make a donation, to make sure that, you know, that is something that you want to continue in our community, and so making that donation will be important to you. And with anything, no donation's too big or too small. You know, every little bit helps from the community to keep all these great programs going, and hopefully this year we'll be able to get back to some of those normal fun things that you guys do at United Way, and the days of caring and all of those things, you know, that we look forward to throughout the year. So hopefully we can get back to all of that this year and have some of those fun things go on. So
So our campaign will be wrapping up here shortly, and then we're getting ready for our granting process. So our, that will happen at the end of February, and we have like 20 programs that have applied for funding through that, so we're excited about that. And Shane will be back in April probably to talk about that.
Awesome. So we'll be able to hear about some of the grants that are given out in the community, and what great things they're going to do with those funds. So that'll be interesting to hear about in April, something to look forward to. I really encourage you guys to get online, check out what United Way Muscatine's all about, and all of the great things they're doing in our community, and so much information on there that you'll want to know about what's happening.
And you can also follow us on Facebook. We post everything on Facebook as well. So our newsletter just came out, so that talks about different things that we're doing with COVID right now, and the My Free Taxes. So
Awesome. Well, before you go, I have to have you do.
I have one more thing.
Oh, she has one more thing.
I have one more thing.
Okay.
And it's a big one.
Ooh.
So every year we do a volunteer contest to try to get people to volunteer.
Yes.
So we really want people to volunteer just because they want to volunteer, but this is a little push to get them to volunteer.
Yes.
So we have our volunteer website, volunteermuscatine.org, that you need to sign up on and then track your hours. So during the month of March, if you do those two things, you'll be put into a drawing for 3 different prizes. The top prize is a $50 chamber dollar, so that's good at all of our chamber locations in Muscatine. Some are retail, some are restaurants, and so forth.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 prizes will be $25.
Awesome.
So we're really excited about that.
Yeah. And just for volunteering and doing something good.
Right, and then helping our community by having the awards there. So there'll be lots of things that you can find on volunteermuscatine.org to volunteer with. And United Way has lots of different options as well, so you can definitely partner with that.
I have people ask me a lot, Nichole, about, like, is there something, you know, I want my kid to go volunteer, or I'm looking for something to kind of do to fill my time. Maybe they're recently retired or something like that. And they ask me all the time, I'm like, go on United Way. Like, there's always things going on through United Way. And if there's not something specific, you know, to call out and ask you guys, you always have ideas of who's needing help and ways that you can give back to the community and help out in a big way. So it's fun to volunteer, and this makes it even more fun. You could possibly win a prize. So, okay, what's the website again that they go to?
Volunteermuscatine.org.
Volunteermuscatine.org. We can put that in the comments section as well, so it's easy for you guys to link out to. But get on there and register and start logging those volunteer hours, and possibly win some pretty cool prize. Chamber dollars are cool.
They are.
Because you can pick whatever, you know, floats your boat that day.
Yeah.
You know, so many businesses in Muscatine are chamber members, so there's a ton of options that you can choose to spend your chamber dollars, and they work just like money. Like, you literally just go in there and you can order food or whatever it is and pay with your chamber dollars. So pretty cool stuff. That's a good prize.
Yeah, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, so get on and volunteer and find out ways that you can help in the community, and also win a prize. That's awesome. Find out more about that on their Facebook or on the website if you want to learn a little bit more about it. But it's as simple as that. Just volunteer, log your hours, and win a prize possibly. That'd be cool. For just doing something good. So, all right. So we have Toyota's What's in the Box. And you'll want to be careful. You won't want to knock it over.
Okay. Don't knock my wine over.
Oh, yep. We don't want to, wine at 9. We don't want to ruin that.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yep. Oops, I'm throwing things.
It is an ice cream coffee.
An ice cream coffee.
Is that correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Do you follow Hy-Vee Facebook?
Oh, I'm friends with it, but I don't get on Facebook a lot.
Okay, so they came out with a new flavor for March. Can you imagine what this flavor might be for March?
St. Patrick's Day, something green and minty?
Yes! So everybody's familiar with like shamrock shakes and all of these things. So this is actually their version of a shamrock shape. It's a frappe and it's delicious and looks yummy. And now it's yours.
Oh,
you
wow.
It, so they're good. They're minty.
Thanks for COVID. I touched it. I get to keep it.
You touch it, you keep it. That's the rule. That's the rule on this show. She's going to be over here touching all of my stuff, trying to take it all home with her today. But yeah, they're super tasty and brand new at Starbucks. You can come in and grab yourself one to start celebrating. We're springing into March. We're done with February. I'm over it. So we're just going to pretend like it's March. We're going to start celebrating St. Patty's. We're going to we're skipping.
Well, we're done with like President's Day and Valentine's Day, so it is time to move on.
Yeah, it's time to move on. So thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
Updating us on all the great things that is going on at United Way. Make sure you go check them out on their website for volunteer opportunities for you. And if you want to make a donation, their campaign's ending soon, so now is a great time to get on. Find out more about United Way and make a donation if you can. So that's it for the day, but that was so exciting. I'm excited that you all joined us today, and we're going to go quickly to the aisle cam before we wrap up the show. Friends at Starbucks, they are like just always coming up with fun new drinks. So many specials, so make sure that you follow our local Hy-Vee page to get in on some of those Starbucks specials that they have. Go visit Ashley and some of the gang over there, and they will make you a drink that you will love, I promise. They do it for me all the time. And try something new, like the Shamrock Frappe. It looks really yummy, so I'm gonna have to try that. We'll have to ask Nichole what it was like. So. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you so much to our sponsors, R7, who joined us earlier today, also Lutheran Living, CBI, Toyota of Muscatine, and of course Hy-Vee for the Market Grill Express Studios. Thank you guys so much. Remember, until tomorrow, when I see you again, that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
TJ Deere here at Toyota Muscatine, and this is what it feels like to have a brand new Toyota.
It's the new car smell.
It's the new stories.
It's the new adventure. It's the memories.
Come and see us for your 2020 Toyota.